Good morning, YouTubers. Okay, so today is my weigh-in. So it is my weigh-in for my JC Fat2Fit weight loss challenge. So the way that I'm going to do this video is that I'm going to first say my weigh-in for my JC Fat2Fit challenge, because I do this video every 2 weeks. So I need to, do the progress for every 2 weeks instead of every week. And then I'm going to break it down to last week. Okay, so my last JC Fat2Fit weigh-in update was on October the 5th, and today is October the 19th. I never do this every time, but today is Friday, October 19th, 2012, and this is a printout from, as you can see, Yahoo. It has all the news and blah blah blah. Yahoo, yay, Yahoo. Okay, so that's my proof of date. Let's see. So last time, like I said, it was October the 5th, 2012, and today is October the 19th, 2012. October 5th, 2012, and today is October 19th, 2012. So the top of my stomach this week was 30.5. On my last 2 weeks ago, it was 31.5. So I'm down a whole inch in the last 2 weeks. This week, my bottom of my stomach was 36, and 2 weeks ago it was 37. So I'm down another inch. This week, my waist is 33. 2 weeks ago it was 34.5, so I'm down actually 1.5 inches on my waist. Okay, so this week my left thigh is 22.5, my right thigh is 22. 2 weeks ago both my left and my right were 23. So with my right I'm down 1 inch, and with my left I'm down 1.5 inches. So this week my left and my right arm are both 12.5. 2 weeks ago they were both 13.5. They're down 1 inch. Y'all see that? Let me show you. Yes, I'm getting buff, you guys. Jillian Michaels 30-day shred, it actually worked. I am getting buff. Okay, this week my left was 16, my left calf was 16.5, and my right calf was 16. So 2 weeks ago my left was 17 and my right was 16.5. So I'm down 1/2 inch on my right calf, and I'm down 1/2 inch in my left calf. Okay, this week my chest was 36. 2 weeks ago it was 37, so I'm down 1 inch in my chest. It's okay. I guess I'm accepting the fact that my chest is gonna get small, and it's okay. All right. My weight this week, drum roll please, 151. All right, let me show you guys my weigh-in.
Strength of a leader in retirement planning. The heart of 10,000 advisors working with you one-to-one.
So much of a glare, but if you guys can see the date, hold on, you can see it down there, 10/19/2012. Okay.
I'm Tim Kane, and the best independent 100 reveal the future is the record of the past. From the Senate, George Allen Jr. sued prosecuting deficit and left office with 1 million more Americans unemployed. Now Allen's policies would increase the
151.
education.
151 it is.
Thousands of
Okay, hold on, let me.
It is Friday, October the 19th, and today is my weigh-in for JC's Fat2Fit. 151. 151 it is. See if I get on it again.
Okay, so as you guys can see, don't know what's up with this red glare and all this stuff going on my computer, but yes, my weigh-in for this week was 151, you guys. So 2 weeks ago I was 159, so that brings me to you guys, I'm so happy. I don't know what to do myself. That brings me to an 8-pound weight loss in the last 2 weeks. So I'm extremely excited. It's just crazy because I was nervous earlier this week because like a lot of people know, I went to level 2 of Jillian Michaels. Some days I'm not as heavy as others, but I was just like, my muscles, everything was aching. Like even now, like some of the pressure is barely just coming off this morning. And I actually cheated and I weighed myself like two or 3 days ago, and I had already seen that I had went to 150. And then when I got on the scale 2 or 3 days ago, I was like 159, 158, and I was like, dang, I gained all that weight back. Like, how did that happen? But as people know, when you gain muscle, you burn fat faster. So I was like, okay, well, I gained the muscle weight again, and that's fine because I'm feeling all the muscles, like all in my arm. I'm feeling it in my thighs. I could tell in my stomach. I'm getting like that little crease you get on both sides. I'm starting to get that again. So I'm like, okay, well, that's cool. Like muscle gain is fine with me because ultimately I'm a burn fat, and my body is my parts of my body that I want to shrink are going to shrink. But still, I was bummed out because what the scale said. So every day I'm getting on the scale to see if it went down, and every day it's maybe going down a pound, but it's not really going down anything. So when I got on the scale this morning, I was just expecting it to be higher, but in all actuality, the fat is starting to burn. I didn't know it was going to burn that quickly, but either way it goes, I'm still excited. Okay, so basically that's my weigh-in for JC's Fat2Fit. My 2-week weigh-in for JC's Fat2Fit, I did lose, and I lost an additional 8 pounds. So I'm 151, 1 pound away from my ultimate goal, as people know. And so let me give you my weight loss from last week. So last week I weighed in at 158, so that's a total weight loss of 7 pounds for the week. Let's see, the top of my stomach was 31 last week, so I'm 30.5 this week, so I went down ½ an inch. Bottom of my stomach, I was 36.5 last week. That means that I went down 1 inch this week at 36. My waist went down a whole inch. It went from 34 to 33 this week. So yeah, I'm excited, you guys. My thighs, my left and my right were both 22.5. So the only my right thigh went down ½ an inch to 22. My arms this week have stayed the same at 12.5. Well, no, take that back. My right arm went down ½ an inch to 12.5 because the last week it was 13. My calves last week were both 16. So that means my left calf went up ½ an inch and my right stayed the same. That's fine. My chest went down ½ an inch this week because last week it was 36.5 and this week is 36. That's absolutely fine. So my weekly weight loss this week is a total of 7 pounds. Okay, there's no new updates. It's just kind of like the Jillian Michaels 30-day shred. I've been keeping up with it. Yesterday was day 15 of the 30-day exercise regimen, where I'm trying to do a full 30 days of physical fitness. So I've been really keeping up with that. Each day is hard because I notice each day the times that I do it keeps getting later and later. I keep doing it at nighttime, and that's really not good for me because nighttime I'm kind of winding it down. I'm ready to just like chill out and go to bed, and I have to force myself to get up and exercise. But during the day it's kind of like I got so much to do, or I'm finding things to do and I don't get around to it. So I guess I need to change that because I'm starting to get into that mindset where every day I'm kind of like convincing myself that I don't necessarily need to do the exercise. I should give my body a break for a day, or I'm just trying to find a bunch of excuses why I shouldn't exercise and I shouldn't do that. So yeah, I think that I'm gonna go ahead and start going back to doing it in the morning. Otherwise, I'm not gonna do it at all. I've been walking my dog. It's kind of like a jog with my dog because he's a Siberian Husky. He likes to pull and tug, and so I just started to run with him. So that's like 45 minutes. And that's basically it. I've been taking my vitamins every day, and yeah, it's just so awesome to get this weight off. But either way it goes, you guys, thank you guys for the new subscribers. I thank you guys for always tuning into my videos, and I hope you guys are doing really good on your weight loss. Shout out to JC. I hope that you continue on this challenge and this journey, and maybe this competition can be motivating. I don't know, I guess you've already tried that, but either way it goes, you guys have a blessed day. I don't really have anything else to say. All right, team weight loss.